What's up, beautiful people? Welcome back to part 13 and the final episode of our Pokemon Odyssey walkthrough. I did promise you guys to show you how to change your Pokemon's EV levels. We're going to look at Executor here and open the EV editor. Executor's highest stats are special attack and its defenses. So we're going to max out special attack and go half-half on defense and special defense. It does cost a bit of money, but now all of its stats have been raised, especially the special attack and defenses. So it's going to be an absolute weapon now. And I have done that with all the Pokemon in our team for the 8th Stratum. We are currently in the 8th Stratum and we've just begun. We're going to show you how to work your way through the entire 8th Stratum and hopefully complete the labyrinth. That is the goal of today's episode. I have sped up the episode so I don't waste your guys' time too much. I just want to show you where to go and make it convenient for all of you guys watching. I have decided to just keep the team that I currently have. I am very curious to hear from you guys. Please comment down your team below in the comment section. I'm very curious to hear what Pokemon you guys have decided to use. There are so many cool variants in this game. I don't think I've even seen half of them. So I'm definitely down to hear from you guys. We've just encountered a level 71 Tangrowth in the wild, which we have caught. We did send out Gengar to weaken it and put it to sleep, so it was a bit easier for us to catch. And there's a whole bunch of these green monster zombies everywhere that we are battling, and they're super tough. I did tell you guys in the previous episode that you need to stock up on revives and potions. They're called Nectar and Medica in this game. And also stock up on a few tents. Tents can heal your entire team anywhere, so they're like a portable Pokemon Center. There are tons of tough battles. As you guys saw, we just took on 2 FOEs in a row. So your Pokemon do tend to get knocked out a whole lot. You're going to be healing and reviving as you go through. If you don't want to go all the way back to a healing station, having those items can save you a whole bunch of time. But now we've made our way to the 3rd floor of the 8th Stratum, so we are making steady progress. On every new area, we are trying to repair the 2 bridges in order to open up the shortcuts for us. If we can complete all the shortcuts, we won't have a problem roaming around a lot quicker. We avoided one FOE and battled another. I think that FOE was a Salamence. And we've repaired the 2nd bridge and made it to the 4th area where we've caught up with some of our friends. And in this area, we have a new problem. There are these wriggly monsters coming from the earth and they're blocking the path. We can explore other areas, which we're going to do. And there's 2 wriggly worm monsters that we have to take on. They're called tentacles. So we're going to take on the first tentacle. It's level 80 and pretty strong, but you should manage okay with your entire team. I believe there are 2 tentacles you need to take on, so you might have to revive and heal up your team after the first one, depending how many of your Pokemon get knocked out. But our Gyarados is doing a good job. It's caused quite a bit of damage. And the next Pokemon we have sent out is our Kabutops, which is probably the strongest in our team currently. I like Kabutops because its speed is really high, so it tends to attack first almost every time. We pick up a Nectar too and explore some of the other areas. We reach another tentacle. We skip this battle, otherwise the video is just going to be way too long. But once you've defeated both tentacles, all 4 of the tentacles blocking the path will go away. So now we have unlocked the next route. And as you can see, we have got a few more bridges to repair in this area. There are a couple green zombie monsters to take on. So we're going to work our way through all of them and try to repair the bridges and see where we end up. I can't wait to see who the 8th captain is. We've just caught up with Brody and he tells us to go inside the building there. There's like a cave. But we're first going to go around and try and repair some of the bridges. So we've repaired one of them. And it looks like if we go back, we might be able to find a new area if you go up north. But we can't go up there yet. We first have to go inside and chat to everyone. So obviously we're going to chat to the whole gang here. Looks like we're having a team meeting. It looks like everyone is discussing the mission at hand and what all we're gonna have to do. And I believe we're going to be heading to the Abyssal Palace next, so I can't wait to see what that's like. I think we are getting closer and closer toward the end. We talk to Manu and she takes us to the Abyssal Palace. You've got to make sure you are ready and healed up and stocked up on items before entering here, because it is quite tough and there are some strong battles ahead. We take on a second green monster and find a lever which we switch. We're going to have to try and reach that second lever that we spotted. I'm guessing we're going to have to go to the left-hand side now. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to enter through this little doorway, take on another little green monster, and come out on the other side. We take on one final green monster and reach the second lever. Now we have to backtrack all the way back and see what has opened. The middle area is still blocked, so we're going to go back to the right and see if we can find some new area here perhaps. We go back and through a new area up north, and we've caught up with some of our friends. 2 green monsters came out to attack us, but our friends have taken them down. On this current floor, you can avoid the green monsters if you time your steps correctly. We reach another lever and switch that lever on. We're going to try and reach another lever. Hopefully we can avoid this monster too. We time it correctly and we have turned on both levers, so we can backtrack and see what that's unlocked. We can now head up north, and I believe this is where all the battling begins. 3 more green monsters pop up, but our friends agree to take them on again. So they're really protecting us and giving us some time to head forward. We reach another room and there's 2 doors, but it looks like there's some frozen people or something inside. I don't know what's going on in this area. Next thing, out of nowhere, Kit appears, so it looks like we might be taking on Kit for a battle. This is going to be interesting. Let's see what Kit's got. The first 2 Pokemon Kit sends out is a level 75 Tyranitar and a level 75 Claydol. Our Magmar knocks out Claydol in one shot, and now it sends out Marowak. So it looks like all of the Pokemon in Kit's team are at level 75. And all of the Pokemon in our team are also close to level 75. I think half of our team is. The rest of our Pokemon are around level 73, 74. So it is quite a fair battle. We've got Gengar and Executor out. And our opponent has sent out a Screamtail and Gengar. Now Gengar got knocked out, but we have replaced it with Gyarados. And we have knocked out the opponent's Gengar, and they have sent out a Metagross. Screamtail also got knocked out, so it's 2 versus 1 at the moment. We should be able to take down Metagross pretty easily now. We have defeated Kit, and that's 1 boss battle down. I believe there are a couple more to go. It's just going to get more and more difficult. I am up for a challenge though, so whatever comes our way, we will tackle head on. It looks like our friend is not doing too well. She is passed out on the floor. So now we can probably head on to the next little area where we're going to find another boss to battle. I'm not sure who it's going to be, but I am looking forward to it. I just want some tough battles and I want to knock out everyone. Next thing, we chat to Gertrude and she agrees to heal up our team, which was desperately needed. And now we head on to the next area. They ask if you are sure before proceeding because there are more tough battles. So just make sure you're stocked up and your Pokemon are healed. Next thing, we have found Frey. So here's the next boss battle for us. His first 2 Pokemon he has sent out is a Gyarados and a Sceptile, both level 75. So it looks like all of us are at level 75 at the moment. We knock out Sceptile in one shot and he has replaced Sceptile with a Stantler. I must say, since adjusting our Pokemon's EVs, our Pokemon have become way stronger. It's made a world of difference. So I do recommend you guys do that earlier on. I left it to quite late and I did struggle with some of the battles in like the 6th and 5th Stratums. So do that earlier. I absolutely forgot about it in the beginning, and then I remembered we still had an EV editor. So now our battles are way easier. They're still tough, don't get me wrong, but before they were close to impossible. Our opponent has now sent out an Aggron and a Great Tusk, both really tanky Pokemon. We've got Gyarados and Machamp out, and we have knocked out all of Frey's Pokemon. That was really tough, but we did a good job. So now, after chatting with Frey, you actually have to heal up your team by yourself. So I do recommend you use a tent now to restore all your Pokemon back to full HP. And when you are ready, you can continue through. We have healed up our team off camera. We reach the next area and the path has been blocked off to the others, so it's just us. And we have found the Abyssal General Vissel. We're going to take him on for a battle. This is going to be a tough one. The first two Pokemon they send out is a level 75 Slacking and Roaring Moon. So it looks like there are tons of Paradox Pokemon here in the 8th Stratum, which are a little bit stronger than regular Pokemon, I believe. Their base stats can go a little bit higher. And this is the battle to save our sister Amy. As you guys know, she has been taken over by these guys, and we've just been trying to free her the entire game. So hopefully after this battle, we will be able to free her and she will return back to normal. The next two Pokemon that our opponent has sent out is a level 75 Mightyena and Dusknoir. We're having a tough time against Dusknoir because our Pokemon that are out are not very effective against its typing, so our moves aren't doing all that much damage. We might have to send in someone else to finish off Dusknoir or just slowly eat away at its HP. We knock out Magnezone and Dusknoir, and we've done it. We have defeated Vissel, the Abyssal General, and that's opened the path to our friends again. Hopefully it's not too late. Our sister Amy is still here. Hopefully we can rescue her now and everything will end off on a good note. It looks like all of our enemies have vanished and only our sister is here, so we chat to her. And it looks like she's still taken over by this evil entity. She's still under the influence of this weird thing that's taken over her body. And it looks like we might have to battle her in order to try and free her. I just hope that if we defeat her, that she will go back to normal finally. So we chat to her and agree to a battle. Let's see if we can knock her out. This is the final battle of the labyrinth. So this is the toughest out of all the battles that we will face, and we're gonna dive right into it. Our sister Amy has sent out a Fluttermane and a Togekiss, also at level 75, another Paradox Pokemon, and she has now sent out a Blaziken, which is a unique type. It's definitely a different typing. It looks pretty cool. It almost looks like a fire and grass type or something. I'm not 100% sure. But we're going to give our best in this battle. Hopefully we can knock out all of her Pokemon without too much trouble. Our Executor did a good job hanging in there and it caused a ton of damage to our opponents. Now our opponent Amy has sent out Crobat and Milotic. We've knocked out Crobat. Milotic is almost knocked out and she has sent out Electivire. It looks like we have defeated all of Amy's Pokemon. And hopefully now she will be back to normal, but I think things have taken a turn for the worse. It's just been too much strain on Amy's body. So it looks like she has now left us. That is so sad. I can't believe the story is ending off on a bad note. I thought she would come back to normal, but it looks like she just didn't have the strength to continue. I wasn't expecting such a tragic ending to this game. I thought there would be some way to revive her or to wish her back or something, but it looks like it's just been too late. We have cleared the 8th Stratum and the level cap has opened up to level 100 and we have completed the labyrinth. Here is our final team And this is the end of the first part of the main story. There is a post game that we can continue on. If you guys would like us to do a playthrough of the post game, please let us know down in the comments below. And we could also explore some of the open world. There are other areas where there are side quests for us to go and explore. If you'd like to see that, leave a comment. I'm not going to continue with the game unless there's enough of you guys that want to see us continue. We are going to start some other new exciting games, so do stay tuned. We've got a ton of playthroughs on our channel. Do subscribe and check out our playlists. We try and update it all the time. We're adding new games so you guys can take a look at and decide if you want to play through them yourself. If you do have any game recommendations, please let us know down below. That will be greatly appreciated. But we have reached the end and we are back in our hometown. And before we go out, it looks like the story is definitely going to continue for the post game. But you can actually find a Jirachi here in the house. So we did catch it eventually. It was super tough to catch. But we're going to end things off on that high note. And that's all it's going to be. Thanks for watching.